Steve Lungrin here, and I was just playing some of the many different sections of Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, which I now have available as a full comprehensive piano tutorial for you. This is obviously one of the most coveted songs in Billy Joel's catalog, and since I'm kind of a Billy Joel specialist, I felt like it was time to get this one knocked out and out there for the public. As if you're familiar with my work, then this will be just like the other tutorials I've shot. If you're not familiar with my work, these are note for note, comprehensive tutorials teaching you exactly what to play for a solo piano vocal. And I'll give you different options. I'll show you some different tricks that maybe you can incorporate. I'll show you obviously how it was done in the recording, but maybe if there's some cool stuff that Billy does live sometimes that he doesn't normally do, or that he didn't do in the studio recording, then maybe I'll show you those tricks as well. I'm always very thorough. I have every Billy Joel recording that there is, including a whole bunch of them that aren't even, I've found different live things, and I've got a very extensive catalog, and I've seen him about 12 times myself, so I've got a pretty good history of what he's up to, and I try and pass along all the goods, so that you have full comprehensive vision of what's happening here. So it's very fun. This is a song that gives me a lot of joy to play, and it's one of those tunes, it's become such a hallmark of his catalog. I mean, if you go see him play live now, it's like one of the last, I think it's the last thing he normally plays before Piano Man. So, very important song in his catalog, and I get a lot of requests for it to do a tutorial, so it's finally time to actually honor those requests. It was an undertaking. It's a long song, but definitely worth it, and this will be out there for you for all time to come. This fills in the holes in the terrible sheet music that's out there. For instance, when you get to the part at the end where it says this part. The way they have it notated in the only sheet music I've been able to find, which is the Billy Joel Complete Songbooks, is a joke. They're doing something like now, at no time, if you listen to any of his things, is there ever somebody going. That is so wrong. It's a very flowing, it's got it's a more of a she's always a woman flow. So I'm going to teach you how to do that the right way, the way that he would actually play it. And I'm going to show you how to get your. Here's another problem. When you get to the saxophone solo, well, there's several, but when you get to the saxophone solo in the middle after you're going, whoa, and you go, well, they got an apartment with deep power carpets and a couple of bays and stairs, and they say, da 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 da. At that point, the sheet music just says instrumental solo and it doesn't change anything. Well, for heaven's sakes, it changes feels completely, because it's no longer just going. Now it goes into it. teach you how to do that. You know, I'm going to teach you how to actually play what's going on instead of this approximating that they constantly do in sheet music. The reason I got into this game in the first place is that 20 years ago, 22 years ago, I think, 22, 23, it's hard for me to remember, but back then when I fell in love with Billy Joel's music and decided I wanted to be a piano player because of it, I started looking for resources to learn how to play it, and what was available was terrible. It was leaving everything out, and I've had to just go through and figure it out by ear, and it's been a very painstaking process, and I don't want that to have to be the case for everybody who wants to play his music the way he plays his music. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm going to show you note for note how it's done, and there's going to be, in just a second, there's actually a free clip of the song tutorial itself for you to view. So you can test drive it right here on YouTube for free. And then just run over to pianomansteve.com, pianomansteve.com, and pick up the full tutorial for a mere $3.99 as a download. And please, for heaven's sakes, check out all my other tutorials as well. I mean, at this point I've got She's Always a Woman, The Ballad of Billy the Kid, Miami 2017, Summer Highland Falls, The River of Dreams, 2,000 Years, Only the Good Die Young. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff, and I'm just going to keep making tutorials until there aren't any more tutorials to make. So check out your free clip, go over, buy the tutorial, and send me some feedback. Let me know which ones to make next, because that's always what I base my decisions on. So I'll stop rambling and get you to the free tutorial clip. I'm Piano Man Steve. I'm signing out, and I want to remind you that if you're not having fun when you're making music, you are doing it wrong. All right. Hey there, Billy Joel fans. This is Piano Man Steve Lungrin, and I am welcoming you to the piano tutorial for what I think is definitely one of the greatest songs ever written, not just in Billy's catalog, but anywhere. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Real pleasure to be doing this one. Very, very highly in demand among my Billy Joel tribe. So this has got a lot of sections to it, so there will be quite a few chapters in this video. We will do them one section at a time, okay? And just learn them a section at a time. Don't try and eat this whole elephant in one bite. We're in the key of F. I'm going to show you how far we're going in this first chapter, and then we'll get down to teaching it, and after that, in the next chapter, we'll move on. All the farther we're going to go in this first chapter is this little intro right here. Okay, that's all the farther we're going to go. So I need you to find middle C, which is right here. And I am going to turn my camera light on. Brighten things up just a smidge. So here's your middle C. Down 1 F from there is not low enough. You want to go down 2 Fs from middle C and put your thumb there, and you're going to be an octave. So boom. Now if you want to be true to the record, there's a little maneuver there. Now I've seen Billy Joel like 9 times in person, and I have every video that's available both commercially and non-commercially, and never once seen him in all of those times actually do that live, but it is on the record. Normally live he just does it here. So you do not have to do that little maneuver, but you can if you want. So I'll show it to you. In your left hand, you're just going to hit these octave Fs, boom, and then the maneuver is C, B flat, A, C. Slower, it looks like this. Okay? And the right hand is simply play this note because your left hand's in the way, so you're just going to play F and A together, and then it's G, F, and then that chord again, except then from here you come down and you play an F chord right here. So it looks like this. And with the left hand with it, it goes. Alright. From here we move to a G minor chord, which means octave G's here. We actually are forming a B flat chord in its first inversion up here in the right hand, of B flat major in a way, because B flat major and G minor are related to each other. So you want to play D, F, and B flat like so, and it is simply then A, G, and then this chord again. And then you come down and comp twice here on this chord right here, B flat, D, and F. So it looks like this. Okay, so again, here's where we are from the beginning to that point. One more time. Botched it, but I still played the same chord. See, because it really doesn't matter. I'm trying to copy the record as much as possible here, but this chord and this chord are the same. They're just voiced a little bit differently. So if you make a mistake and just do your comping here, probably isn't going to make a huge difference. Here we go to a C chord. You form it here, octave C's and then G, C, and E. And then you move to a very full C chord, like so, E, G, C, and E. I use these fingers here. You don't have to, you can use another configuration if it feels better, but I like to play thumb, index, ring, and pinky, and it's bum, ba bum. Then it moves down to a B flat chord, D, F, B flat, and D. So bum, ba bum, ba bum. Then it moves to an F chord, C, F, A, and C. See? From here we go to a B flat chord, this full one again, right like so. Then F. Then back here. Okay, so here we go. So let me play to that point from the very beginning. Okay, one more time. Okay, now the last part, we're on an F here, and it goes like this. It's just an arpeggio down. A, F, C, A. Then we go to a C chord and arpeggiate it down from a G. It's a C7 actually. So it's G, E, C, B flat. I tend to probably more often than not do it like this, go and then roll over my thumb, but I don't play that the same way every time, I won't lie to you. Sometimes my hand just does what it does, but I think that more often than not I probably do that. So here's what it looks like. We've just gone oops. Sorry about that. Here, let me do that right now. Okay, now with your left hand I want you to note that it is C, F, F, C. So F, F, C. Alright, so let me play the whole line from beginning to end, and I'll do it in slow motion kind of all the way through a few times for you to watch. Again. One more time. Okay, and then you're going to be moving to an F chord. That'll be covered in the next section. So at full speed. Alright, so I'll see you in the next section. We're going to learn what to play when he actually goes bottle of white, bottle of red. Alright, so I'll see you there.